Welcome to Fun Facts Daily, your source for just the good stuff. Monday through Friday, we're bringing fun facts and news you can use, all carefully curated to uplift and inform. So give yourself a break, relax, and learn something awesome in just a few minutes every day. Hi everyone, I'm Kyle Wood, and today we're going to be learning all about the kiwi bird, the quirky little flightless bird native to New Zealand that actually has a fruit named after him. And if you want to learn more about the fruit, check the links in the show notes, because I did an episode on that too. But as always, before we get into the facts, let's warm up our brains with a little challenge to see if you can tell fact from fiction. Consider this. Different birds lay different sized eggs. The ostrich is a huge bird, and its eggs are considered the world's largest bird eggs. But some say the kiwi bird has the biggest eggs relative to the size of its mother. The kiwi lays an egg so large it takes up around 20% of the mother's body weight. To put that proportion in perspective, that would be the equivalent of a human being giving birth to a baby the size of an average 4-year-old. What do you think? Are kiwi eggs the biggest proportionately? We'll find out at the end of the episode. Now for your word of the day. Our word for today is ratite. That's R-A-T-I-T-E. A ratite is part of a diverse group of flightless birds that don't have a keel on their sternum or breastbone. The keel is the bony ridge where flight muscles attach to most bird species. Without this anchor point, ratites can't fly, even if they were to develop suitable wings. This group includes some of the world's largest birds like the ostrich and the emu, as well as the much smaller kiwi. The word ratite comes from the Latin ratus, which means raft or flat-bottomed boat. The name ratite came from the flat, unkeeled shape of the breastbone. While scientists used to believe that all ratites evolved from a single flightless ancestor, recent DNA analysis indicates these birds lost their ability to fly independently after their winged ancestors flew to different land masses following the breakup of the supercontinent Gondwana. Time for your daily high five, our top 5 fun facts about the kiwi bird. Number 1. The kiwi is the only bird in the world with nostrils at the tip of its beak. While most birds have nostrils near the base of their beak, close to their face, the kiwi's nostrils sit up front at the tip. They use their long beak to probe the forest floor for food, plunging it deep into the soil and leaf litter. Because their nostrils are at the end, they can literally sniff out insects, grubs, and earthworms hidden underground. They even have special sensory pits at the tip of their beak that allow them to sense the vibrations of their prey. While this nostril placement helps them forage in the dark, dense forests of New Zealand, it does have some drawbacks too. I mean, just imagine plunging your nose into the dirt and breathing in. To deal with all the soil they inhale, the kiwi frequently exhales forcefully to clear out its nasal passages. You can often hear them snorting as they forage through the underbrush at night. Number 2. Kiwi feathers act kind of like fur. A standard bird feather has a central shaft with barbs that interlock using tiny hooks, creating a smooth aerodynamic surface for flight. But the kiwi doesn't fly, so its feathers have evolved differently. They don't have those microscopic hooks, so the barbs are loose and fluffy. This gives the bird a shaggy, hair-like appearance, more like mammal fur than traditional plumage. Kiwis even have modified, hair-like sensory feathers called rictal bristles at the base of their beak that act like the cat's whiskers to help them navigate tight burrows in total darkness. Their unique, fluffy, almost furry feathers provide excellent insulation against the damp and cold conditions of the forest floor. Also, the shaggy coat serves as a sort of camouflage. The kiwi bird easily blends in among the dead leaves and ferns. This natural camouflage historically protected them from aerial predators like the now extinct Haast's eagle. And their feathers aren't the only adaptation that makes the kiwi seem a bit unbird-like. Most birds have hollow bones to make them lighter for flight, but kiwis have heavier, marrow-filled bones, more like a mammal. The more dense bones make them stronger and more steady for digging. Number 3. The kiwi is famously tiny, but its closest relative was the massive elephant bird from Madagascar. For a long time, researchers assumed the kiwi's closest relative was the moa, an extinct flightless bird native to New Zealand. But when scientists compared DNA extracted from kiwi birds with other ratites to map their lineage, they found the kiwi's closest evolutionary cousin is actually the elephant bird. This massive flightless species lived on the island of Madagascar up until a few centuries ago. This discovery shifted the scientific understanding of how flightless birds spread across the globe. It suggested that the ancestor of the kiwi didn't walk across ancient land bridges. Instead, they flew to New Zealand. Once there, without ground-dwelling mammalian predators to threaten them, the ancestral birds evolved to live entirely on the ground. Over millions of years, they gradually lost their ability to fly as they adapted to this ecosystem. Number 4. Kiwis have large olfactory bulbs, giving them an exceptionally strong sense of smell. Most bird species actually have a pretty poor sense of smell. The avian world relies heavily on sight. The kiwi is an exception, though. Brain scans of the kiwi show that the olfactory centers in its brain are highly developed and comparable in size to those of many mammals. They depend on scent over sight to navigate their environment and locate their next meals. This reliance on smell makes perfect sense given their nocturnal lifestyle. They come out of their burrows after dark to hunt, and being on the ground at night, you're not going to see too much, but they can follow scents pretty far. So while eagles, hawks, and other birds in the sky use their sharp vision to track prey from a distance, kiwis compensate for their relatively poor vision with their senses of hearing and smell. They listen and track scent trails to find their food. And our fifth and final fun fact for today, kiwis often mate for life. For a relatively small bird, the kiwi has an impressive lifespan. In the wild, if they survive to adulthood, many species of kiwi can live for 25 to 50 years. Over that lifetime, they form strong, long-lasting pair bonds. Some observed pairs have stayed together over 20 years. A male and female kiwi will establish a territory together and fiercely defend it from other kiwis. They communicate with each other across their territory using loud, distinctive calls in the night. They'll typically lay just 1 or 2 eggs per season, so they have a small family unit and a slow rate of reproduction. Interestingly, in several kiwi species, like the brown kiwi, the male takes on almost all the incubation duties for up to 80 days. Now for some news you can use. If you want to spot a nocturnal animal like a kiwi in the wild, don't use a standard flashlight. You'll want a red light instead. Kiwis are sensitive to bright white light. Shining a standard flashlight into the brush will likely startle them, causing them to freeze or run back to their burrows, ruining your chance of observing their natural behavior. A red light operates at a wavelength that many nocturnal animals, including kiwis, can't see very well. By placing a red filter over your flashlight or using a dedicated red light headlamp, you can light up the forest floor enough so you can see it without bothering the kiwi. This allows you to watch the kiwi forage, snort, and explore without disrupting their night vision or causing them stress. And finally, the moment you've been waiting for. At the beginning of the episode, I asked, does the kiwi really lay the largest egg proportionate to its body size? Well, that's a fact. The kiwi holds the record for laying the largest egg in relation to its body size of any species of bird in the world. A kiwi's egg is about 20% of the mother's body weight. An average kiwi egg will weigh around 1 pound. To accommodate such a big egg, the mother's internal organs actually have to be pushed out of the way, and she often has to fast for the final days before laying the egg because her stomach is so compressed. But this massive egg has some big advantages. Most notably, the chicks come out pretty much fully formed. The big size of the egg provides the chick with a massive yolk sac. The yolk in a standard chicken egg will be about 30% of the egg, but in the kiwi egg, it's more like 65%. This allows kiwi chicks to hatch fully feathered and practically independent, ready to start foraging for themselves within a week. Now, I hope you enjoyed learning a bit about the kiwi with me today, and be sure to tune in every weekday for even more fun facts. Fun Facts Daily is an Airwave Media podcast. It was written, recorded, mixed, and edited by me, Kyle Wood. Thanks for sharing a part of your day with me. Be sure to follow Fun Facts Daily on your favorite podcast app so you can keep the good stuff coming your way every day. And if you like the show, please do me a favor and leave a kind rating, review, or just tell your friends about it.